Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua. Yahweh being the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people ignorantly call God, Bahashem, which is in the name of Yahushua, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Okay, those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Plus, I want to give a shout out to Yakin that's pushing this word throughout the four corners of the earth, who's also uplifting the name of Yahweh, Yahushua. And to the confusion of faces amongst us whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, though you may look like the heathen nations you're scattered amongst. Plus, if your seed line goes back to a so-called Negro, Latino, or Native American man, and most importantly, if your spirit bear witness with this truth and this word, and you can receive it, okay? To you confusion of faces, you are Israelites, okay? To the sisters that do listen and learn, Shalom. To the elect of the nation of Israel, okay? Wherever you may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, who this truth is going out to, Shalom to you, and to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the Hebrew Israelites, the true Jews of the Bible, okay? Not black, not Latino, and not Native American. As I say, I'm here with another Mark of the Beast update. The Mark of the Beast, which is the microchip implant, the RFID chip, okay? So I'm going to play, read this article, but it's a little video, so I might as well play the video, get the few scriptures. Some of you might know this by heart, but, Lord willing, this is edifying.
Founder and CEO of Biohacks International. Biohacks International is basically providing an ID platform all on a ultra-secure blockchain platform combined with an embedded microchip. We're providing the strongest and coolest identity platform to date. I've just always been really fascinated by technological integration in the body and kind of the symbiosis between technology and humans. And I mean, we've been doing it since the 60s. I mean, the pacemaker kind of gets you up to status quo if you're broken. Moving on from not broken to just a little bit more effective. Use tech instead of building everything on the outside. Just, tweak it a bit. And improve yourself. Tricks. My first client was one of my best friend, Magnus. He's a senior solution architect at Red Hat. The first thing we did was he wrote in passive text to his chip, and I put a call trigger on mine. So whenever I put my phone on my arm, it would call my wife, sort of a crowd pleaser. The entire vision of sovereign identity and putting this on blockchain, protecting data, and just it wasn't there. It was more of a novelty kind of project, thinking this is going to be awesome.
As I see it, the chip that I implanted today, this is just an extremely convenient way to get access to your wallets. To have an implant in your hand or where you want to place it is just the smoothest way to avoid having cards or using your phone or etc.
RFID, or radio frequency identification, has a standard that's called NFC, so near field communication. Near field communication is when you kind of tap a card. Some countries in Europe are ahead of others, but the infrastructure is already there.
It's basically the same thing, but continue.
So bus, transportation, we already have NFC chips in all the passports, in all the IDs. We're moving towards NFC and driver's licenses. The most common fears of the technology would be it's a tracking device, or it's a control device. I mean, I'd say it's the direct opposite. This is the one thing that can get you in complete control of your digital identity, and you can manage the entire preference to anything you like. The reason it cannot track you is because it's passive, so it never emits anything until you choose to use it in very, very, very close proximity to a working device. The system needs to know that you've chosen to have this token represent you instead of a plastic card or a key fob or a key or whatever. We're not going to know anything about the data because we don't govern the blockchain. We don't decide. We can't control it. All we ever going to know is the amount of data that's circulating so you can put the right resources in the right place.
If you start to chip people like you do with your pets, of course, it could be intrusive. But again, I'm doing this on a voluntarily basis. I share the information that I want to share. I can see that this technology can be used in a variety of different applications, but right now the most likely thing is just use it to open the office. If you travel with the state-owned railway, you can have your priority card with you in your hands. You just use your chip instead.
In Sweden, it's getting more commonplace, but there's still the, over my dead body, big brother, I would never let my employer chip me. It's not the employer chipping you, it's you telling the employer to get up to speed and integrate this.
Discussing the RSA 252 encryptation layers, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't mean anything to people. But showing that you can do something with a chip in your hand, that really wows people. So I think that is one of the good things with being an ambassador, so to speak.
We could sign up 50 people basically in a couple of weeks and have them ready in January to start going wild. If we just put a couple of $100,000 behind a marketing campaign, we'd have 100,000 users within a year. But the thing is, right now, there's no regulation protecting the user. So I think it's up to us to kind of make it robust and safe for everyone before letting it become huge. I mean, I'm using almost 20 years of professional body piercing, the insights from that industry to make this as foolproof as possible. In 20 years, it's going to be de facto. It's going to be standard. There's going to be talk, not if you get a biochip, rather what type of chip you're getting.
Okay, stop right there. You saw that, right? Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna read a portion of this article. This came out 2 days ago. Yeah. Okay. Is biochipping a good idea? The incredibly promising business behind people injecting themselves with microchips buy keys, passwords, and tickets. They are all on the chip. Down a narrow side street in the Swedish city of Gothenburg sits the Barbarella piercing parlor, a regular hunt for locals who decorate their bodies with piercings and tattoos, and which claims to offer the area's finest collection of ear discs and nose rings. But on a frigid evening in November, the shop is the setting for a very different kind of body enchantment: biochips. As darkness falls on the port towns of nearly 600,000 people, Johan Osterland wanders in wearing a baseball cap and a t-shirt to meet two new clients for his small startup, Biohacks International. From his backpack, he pulls plastic-wrapped syringes, which really they're called cannulas, those needles that you see him put up here in the video. Let me see if I...
Sovereign identity and putting this on blockchain, protecting data, and just it wasn't there. It was more of a novelty kind of.
That's the cannula right there. He's injecting them. Okay. Let me see. Each containing a tiny dark microchip that is barely visible from the outside. Inside the unassuming package is Arsenal's prized product, a window into what today is a fringe tech obsession, but which he believes will one day be a giant industry. Okay? That's the let me continue reading. You are creating an entirely new type of behavior and entirely new types of data that will be massively more valuable than what we have now. Osterlund says it is kind of moonshot, but in the long run, this is what's going to happen. It says perched in one of the piercing rooms, Osterlund jams the needle into Clay's Radojewski's and pulls it out again, leaving a 1 kilobyte microchip inside him. In the fleshy part between his left thumb and his index finger, in a matter of seconds, Radojewski has become a trailblazing biohacker. Much to his own surprise, I never ever been inside a tattoo parlor, says the program manager for Mobility X Lab, an innovation center in Gothenburg for the auto industry, run in partnership with Ericsson, Volvo, and others. My girlfriend asks, I was turning 30 soon. In fact, Radojewski says he has wanted a biochip since he has learned of the technology a few years ago. In Sweden, we like to use new technology in our daily lives. Okay? But I'm going to stop there. I'm just going to keep going and going. And they said this thing, and here it is right here. You see it right there. Okay? They said that this thing has actually been out, which I'm not shocked, since the 60s. This whole microchip. Okay? That's how Esau does. Esau will put, it starts by him putting in his movies. And he's been putting, the microchips has been in these old movies going back to at least the 50s on down. Okay? And now you're seeing it come to fruition. Just like cell phones was, or these cell phones we have now, they was already out, showing them on TV and movies, okay, back in the 60s, if I'm not mistaken. And now look, we have cell phones. It's the same thing, man. Okay? Okay? It's the same thing. Salakia. Apocrypha. Let me see, get the whole chapter. Okay, this is let me see. This is Second Esdras 16 and 54. Behold, the Lord knoweth all the works of men, their imaginations, their thoughts, and their hearts. Okay? Which spake but the Lord, the earth be made, and it was made, let the heaven be made, and it was created. And his word were the stars made, he knoweth the number of them. He searcheth the deep and the treasures thereof, he hath measured the sea and what it containeth. Okay? Let me see. I'm going to skip down to the second 62 verse. Yeah, and the spirit of the almighty power which made all things searcheth out all the hidden things and the secrets of the earth. Surely he knoweth your inventions and what ye think in your hearts, and even them that sin, and will hide their sin. Okay? Therefore have the Lord exactly searched out all your works, and he will put you all to shame. Okay, you elites, man. The Lord knows you get this technique. Well, first of all, he created the wicked, okay, which is you Edomites, you so-called white people, okay? But he knows, the Lord already know the whole, including his men, okay? We already know your whole, you elites, whole game plan behind this microchipping, okay? Because that's really who's behind it, okay? It's the elites of this world right now, okay? The earth is given, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hands of the wicked, okay? Starting with the elites, okay, who are Edomites as well, okay, from the house of Esau, okay? The Lord knows your true intent, okay, on microchipping everybody. It's not because you just want to upgrade or update your technology. It's because you want to enslave everybody, okay? That's why I told you, and if I'm not mistaken, in Job, is the 5th chapter, how the Lord he shall not continue buttering, he shall not continue his enterprise. That enterprise being what? The New World Order, okay? Because that's what the whole New World Order is. The whole New World Order is to microchip everybody, okay? Really to cut down the population to 500 million, okay? And there it is, man, okay? And they're doing it because they can't get the birthright back, so they're gonna try to get it back by their way. But you're gonna fail, man, okay? But this is Revelations. 16, 13 verse 16. And the he being who? The elites of the society. Your Rothschilds, your Rockefellers, on down, man. Okay, the elite banking families. Okay? And he caused of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay? Which the word for this verse, as I always say, is karagma. Okay? A stamp imprinted. Okay? Imprinted in what? Your body. Like you see in this picture right here. Okay? And that mark is being put in his hand. You actually seeing people, as you saw in the video, okay, putting a RFID chip both in the left and the right hand, okay? But point blank period, it's still the microchip. It don't matter where you get it, okay? It's still the RFID chip, okay? And you see a lot of this is taking place in Europe. Europe is finished, man, okay? China, okay? You seeing it here in America, man. Okay? This will be mandatory. It's going to be mandatory. Okay? And that this is the 17th verse. And that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast. The beast is the system, man. Your EU and your NATO, man. Okay? Or the number of his name. Okay? Here's the wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man. The man is Esau, okay, because it was the Edomite that created this technology, and his number is 606, man, okay. And this is the consequences. I always say this. I have to repeat it to you because this is here, and it will eventually be mandatory. So this is going to come to pass, okay. It's already here, but it's just a matter of time before Esau, okay, Edom, the so-called white man, okay, implements and makes this chip mandatory, or makes this chip as is the solution. Because here it is, look, you see it's already in play. Well, what do you see now? We're in the government shutdown, okay? You got the Democrats and Trump, which is all set up anyway, okay, complaining about the so-called border wall, okay? And really, they're just getting you people ready for the chip, because if they cut you people's benefits off, okay, you already have people that's panicked, okay, people that's panicking about being evicted, okay, the prison systems, the security guards ain't go there, okay, that's gonna cause people chaos, man. You control people, okay, you get people to go against you when you take away the way to eat, man, okay, and what's that gonna cause? Chaos, man. Or martial law, and then eventually what? The solution to how you people could eat, how you people could get jobs is what? The microchip. So it's all, you can see how it's all lined up, man. Okay? But to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the Israelites, okay? The chosen people of the Most High, man. You take this microchip, this is your consequence, man. Revelations 14:9, the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, okay, in the system. And you people, I always bring this up, especially you Israelites, because this most importantly is towards the Israelites. You heathens are finished, okay? You heathens have nothing to do with it. You Israelites, okay? You already worship the system, okay? You bugging out over benefits, man, okay? But I'm saying when this thing comes mandatory, that's really where it gets to a point, okay, that's enough. And receive his mark on his forehead or on his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of wrath of Yahweh, which is poured without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone, the missiles, okay? You so-called Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans, and the confusion of faces as well. If you take that chip, it don't matter where you take it in your body. If you take that chip, you will be destroyed, okay? You will be destroyed with these missiles that the Lord is going to have these nations shoot over here, okay? You're being warned, okay? You have no excuse, okay? It talks about, hold on. Torment with the fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. The Lamb is Yahweh, you people actually call Jesus Christ. That's his real name, okay? But you so-called Negroes, so many of these microchip or RFID chip videos are going out. You have no excuse for taking that chip. which is already set up that 2/3 of you are going to take that chip, okay? But still, we're still here to warn you, okay? Tells you the scriptures in the book of Jeremiah, if I'm not mistaken, give my people warning for me. I think that's Ezekiel, okay? I should have got this in the beginning. Yeah, this is Ezekiel. I was right. This is Ezekiel. Okay, 3:17. It's Ezekiel 3:17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Okay? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, therefore hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. Okay? And that's what we're doing, man. We're giving you warning, like it says, whether you hear or forbear. Okay? We're giving you warning. Hey, look, this man is going to come down with great wrath. He's going to try to microchip you people, including you Israelites, okay? Okay? For this new world order, okay? And if you take the microchip implant, you are going to be destroyed, okay? So it's on you, whether you hear, whether they hear, whether they forbear, man, okay? But guaranteed that the elect, okay, is not going to take the chip, okay? But this is your warning, okay? The microchip is the RFID. I mean, the microchip is the implant is the mark of the beast, okay? So once again, if you take you Israelites out there, if you take that microchip, you will be destroyed, man. Okay? Okay? That is my lesson. Lord willing, this is edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Shalom to the elect.